Patricia Ann Boyd was an English model and photographer. She was one of the leading international models during the 1960s. With her charming beauty and alluring looks, there is no wonder that many men were after her. But Pattie's pulchritude didn't only attract mere men. Pattie Boyd also caused two of history's greatest rock stars in a love triangle. Today we are going to talk about the love triangle between George Harrison, Pattie Boyd, and Eric Clapton. Boyd was in a relationship with a photographer named Eric Swain when she met Harrison, on the 2nd of March 1964, and therefore declined his initial date proposal. Several days later, having ended the relationship with Swain, she accompanied Harrison to a private gentlemen's club called the Garrick Club, chaperoned by the Beatles' manager, Brian Epstein. The couple was engaged on the 25th of December 1965. Harrison and Boyd were married on the 21st of January 1966 in a ceremony at Epsom Register Office. Boyd provided inspiration for several of Harrison's Beatles compositions, including I Need You, Love You Too, and a Beatles hit, Something. By March 1970, the couple's relationship started to deteriorate. Harrison's devotion to Indian spirituality had begun to divide the couple. Boyd resumed her modeling career in May 1971, in defiance of Harrison's spiritual convictions. They were also unsuccessful in starting a family, and Harrison would not consider adoption. In 1973, Boyd had an affair with Faces guitarist Ronnie Wood. In 1974, Boyd left Harrison. She said that her decision was based largely upon Harrison's repeated infidelities, culminating in his affair with Starr's wife Maureen, which Boyd called the final straw. Author Ian Inglis, discussing Harrison's 1973 song, South Sad, describes Boyd as Harrison's closest companion, and someone who shared in his triumphs and tragedies. The couple's divorce was finalized on the 9th of June 1977. In the late 1960s, Clapton started to fall in love with Boyd. In an effort to satisfy his infatuation, Clapton briefly dated Boyd's sister Paula. His 1970 album with Derek and the Dominoes, Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs, was written to proclaim his love for Boyd, particularly the hit song, Layla. When Boyd rebuffed his advances in late 1970, Clapton descended into heroin addiction and self-imposed exile for 3 years. Once cured of his addiction in 1974, Clapton again pursued Boyd, who now agreed to leave Harrison. She and Clapton were married in 1979. They remained friendly with Harrison, who took to calling Clapton his husband-in-law. Boyd soon struggled within the marriage and took to drinking heavily, but these difficulties were masked by her public image with Clapton. Clapton later admitted to being a full-blown alcoholic who was often abusive towards his wife. Clapton and Boyd tried to have children by trying in vitro fertilization in 1984 and 1987, but were faced instead with miscarriages. Boyd left Clapton in April 1987 and divorced him in 1989. Her stated reasons were Clapton's years of alcoholism, as well as his numerous affairs. In 1989, Her divorce was granted on the grounds of infidelity and unreasonable behavior. In 2007, Rolling Stone referred to Boyd as a legendary rock muse for her role in inspiring the music of Harrison and Clapton. In addition to Layla, she was the inspiration for Clapton's songs Bell Bottom Blues and Wonderful Tonight. She was also the inspiration for Harrison's If I Needed Someone and For You Blue. Roger Cormier of Mental Floss similarly recognizes her as one of the most important muses in. For now, Pattie is already 76 years old and is married to Rod Weston. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and like this video.